All right, guys, we are at the pre-game Super Bowl 2024, and we have something special with Dr. Rand this year. Mike, tell us a little bit about how this came about, this big pre-Super Bowl party. We're at Top Golf in Las Vegas. A bunch of athletes are coming over here. Dr. Rand is the star.
Definitely the star. We were asked to educate, promote, and explain what hormone optimization really is, Dave. They asked us to come here and share with the athletes who are playing today and who are retired how they can be proactive with their health, right? So we're talking about stem cells, whether it's for an injury or to prevent an injury, because you know, this man here has put off shoulder replacement for like 30 years using stem cells and platelet-rich plasma therapy. So we're talking about doing that in our offices in Santa Monica, Aspen, the Woodlands, Texas, and soon Miami. And then again, it's educational. We have nothing to sell, Dave. We're just trying to educate the public that this is something to be proactive about.
Doc, how do you like to be around all those stars and stuff?
It's a lot of fun to meet the athletes, of course, and you know, a lot of whom you've seen play in ball. So that's the fun part for me, and I can do the nerd speak with them, and Michael Gibbs and the rest of the stuff. I don't have to do much except get to know these guys, and of course, if they have any questions that get into the weeds, I'm happy to help.
That's your specialty, to educate people. I think people really appreciate you being so giving with your time and your expertise, and it's even though you don't charge for it, you know, I mean, you put it out there on YouTube and people get to, you know, ask their questions like what we do, we ask the doc and everything. I think people really do appreciate having a place to go to get some sound information, and you know, where people can actually have their questions
It's
answered.
a win-win, because obviously anyone who's ever seen some of the videos, I can tend to run on and on about it because I do enjoy it. So yeah, I'm having a blast.
If I may give a shout out to you, Dave, and to you, Dr. Rand.
Big Dave.
Of the current players, we've seen about 24, more than half of them know your series, Ask the Doc.
Really?
Yes, sir.
He's a star.
I've had people come up
He's
and
a
say,
superstar. I tell him all the time.
That's the two of you. That's the two. Oh, I can tell you stories.
This was your idea. Stop it.
So I just want to give a shout out to you, Dave, because with what Dr. Rand does, you are allowing people, man, to be educated, to learn. And you're right. There's no fee to watch what Dave and Dr. Rand do.
Yeah, it's great. Now, you guys have been really expanding since last year and getting into expos like the Fit Expo. We just did the 2024 Fit Expo in Los Angeles. But you've been doing a lot of those fitness expo. How's that working out for you guys?
It's another opportunity to spread the word. I mean, that was the whole purpose behind the book.
It's a great idea you guys have started going. Yeah.
To go to these different fitness expos, because you figure you have an audience that's going to listen to at least some of what you have to say. They have an interest, in other words.
And they're hungry for that information.
Yeah, that makes it easy. And then, you know, we also do, for a lot of reasons, you know, local law enforcement groups that are interested for their reasons too. I mean, you can look at them similarly to an athlete. They got to, for the most part, maintain their fitness because they're chasing perps all day long, and their job is very physical. They have to stay at their top, not just physically but mentally. So anyway, we have a lot of fun doing that because it's fun, and sharing the word is what we're trying to do.
It is fun, and one of the things we really want to get the word out about, Dave, and I know you guys have done this on your series, is women. They're underserved, right? We're not even talking at perimenopause. We're talking before that, perimenopause, menopause, postmenopause. Very proud that of over 7,200 active patients, 46% of them are women, which is unique for a facility that does hormone optimization. You may hear it as BHRT or TRT, but you want to optimize your hormone. This man is humble, he's not going to brag. There is a big difference between treating numbers and treating people. And Dr. Rand, Dr. Todd, Kristen, our medical providers, we treat people, right? How do you feel? What are you thinking? How are you acting? What's your endurance? What are the symptoms you have? And so like Dr. Rand said, we just want to educate.
Yeah.
Right? We'll pick up patients. Sometimes they'll go somewhere else because they don't live here and they want to go, you know, we do telemedicine everywhere. But we want to educate. We want them to come to us because we'll make them optimal, but we want to educate.
That's awesome. Doc, since you've been, I mean, how long has it? I think it's going on 10 years, 9 or 10 years we've started that series. I always think like 4 or 5 years, but I think it's it's longer than that.
You mean our Ask the Doc deal?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while, man. I was in that office in the corner,
Yeah.
trying to be
Oh,
quiet,
that's
not
right.
have anybody know what we're doing except for the
That's right.
locals, and then you came up with the idea, and
Since then, I see you everywhere. I see you on podcasts. I see you all over the internet. I'm
try not to hold it
movies.
against me.
Mind Pump.
It's
I mean,
great.
the Mind Pump podcast was amazing.
It's so awesome that people have actually been like reaching out to you because they want to have your input on all kinds of.
Again, the reality of it is, in all seriousness, and I know this is fun. You guys are having fun jabbing me a little bit here too, but the reality is, I mean, there's a lot of people that could use the information, and the main point of this is to let people know what is available. Because when I was growing up, we didn't know
That's
about
right.
so many
Can I
options,
excuse
and it's
myself real quick?
changing so rapidly that the key is to get the word out so that people don't think like I did. Oh, there's nothing like for a spine, for example, but the equivalent of a door hinge as a replacement or a fusion. And so, okay, nothing to do there. And 30 years later, you realize, oh, if you'd only asked 2 years later, perhaps there was something you could do. So, in all seriousness, this is really important. It's fun for me, and it has some meaning for me personally for that reason. That's not what this is about. It's not about me, but it's about getting the word out so people aren't stuck where they would have been before. So that makes a lot of fun and hopefully valuable for people.
That's awesome. Thanks, Doc. Have fun today.
Yeah.